mercenaries I could easily afford. Mercenary will put you in debt. Yes, I know. Are there any I can afford, though? No. There are some that wouldn't put me too much in debt, though. World Raiders. Nah. I don't think we're going to be going for those. Alright. I think your mother will die soon. It might raise your stress a lot if she becomes your friend first. Might want to cancel that sway. Ooh. That's a good point, actually. It's a very good point. I think I'm going to grab some light footmen. Forest and tiger and jungle. Okay, so they don't get any benefit there. Plains? Plains, yes. Plus 10 damage in plains. They're bad in hills, mountain, desert, and wetlands. Pikemen? Hills, mountains, desert. Armored footmen? No terrain effects. I mean, you know, the bowmen aren't going to have a penalty. But having some cavalry would be a nice one. But that's going to cost a lot. Right now, the full maintenance for them is 1.2. Full maintenance for them is 1.5. What do you think? Should we train a regiment of light horsemen to have in our army as well? Gotta say, working from home, building my 9th edition 40k minis with Aavak to help me, to keep me company. Not a bad morning. Hey, Larkin. Hopefully you're having fun. You're saying you're building the army. Are you actually like modifying the minis, or are you painting? The bowmen do have a bonus against skirmishers. Yeah, that's a good point. Because they are type... Ooh, that's a very good point. Yeah. Light horsemen. Counters archers, they don't have any. Counters light and heavy cavalry. Counters spearmen. Counters heavy infantry. Okay. So we may already have the best company for this fight. Well, there's 500 of them versus my 200, but... I lost a duel in CK2 where I had 15 more personal combat power. Who did I start as? I started as Rodri. Started as the Duchy of Gwynedd. Alright. I think it's time for me to raise my army. Let's move it over here. I want them to raise on the far side. Now, these are two different counties. So I'm assuming that we're not immediately be pulled into this fight. But we are not going to have a penalty, I'm hoping. I could, in fact, increase the amount of my army a bit. What do you think, chat? Would this actually benefit me? If I increase this size, they're not going to be available to me for this fight, realistically, are they? Yeah, it takes a while for them to be trained up. So let's not worry about it. Let's just jump into this fight as we can. Let's get the entire army raised. Raise all here. 8 knights, elite quality, 200 men-at-arms, 624 levies. I mean, that's still going to put us at a significant numbers disadvantage. Raise all. There we go. I want to know what this army is like. I've got a 14 commander. Okay. Rough terrain expert. Advantage in hills, in mountains and wetlands. And open terrain expert. Advantage in plains, in farmlands and steppe. Okay. Nice. Very nice, actually. I like it. But is there someone who would be better in this? I would not. I would absolutely not. No, aggressive attacker. Enemy fatal casualties would be increased there, which is nice. But... Well, let me just check who my knights are. It's Kadech still being forced into the army. Good. I don't... I'm going to forbid my friend from being in there. You're not allowed. You're way too bad at this. My Marshal should not be there either, and my son should not be there. Puts me at 6 of 8 knights. Ugh. I'm going to recruit you for 10. You're going to be fighting. You're awful at it. But you are going to be fighting. I guess I could allow my spy master, but I'd really rather not. I don't have many friends. We've got 7 versus their 2. I think that'll be good enough. Can I raise more of the army there? Oh, let's pause that a second. After laborious preparations, I was finally able to spend some time alone with my mother. I was glad to have this opportunity to strengthen our familial bonds, and by the end of the dinner, I was absolutely certain that my mother felt exactly the same way. We're closer than ever. Hooray! We have become friends! Okay, good times. They are losing a lot. They're down to 999 now. Well, actually, they haven't lost that much. They're losing 1 per month. 13 days left. Whilst they've got recently disembarked, we should probably get in there. Let me rally more here, please. Rally all here. Make sure that these are merged. Merge armies. There we go. I can put out a call for more knights. I think I will. Yeah. Aavak, it might not be a bad idea to think about building up an army anyway. You won't be there for this fight, true, but yeah, I'll do that after this army because I don't want to use up all my money on something I'm not going to get the benefit of just yet. But remind me. Remind me after this to take care of that. Okay. Does straights mean you don't have a disembark penalty, I wonder? Right, well, let's get down. We're going to predict... predicted arrival is on the 4th of June. 3 days, good. In fact, if it's only take me 3 days to get down there, I could let them continue to lose. Lose men. You know what? Cancel that order. Wait out a little bit. Let it get worse. Let it get a little bit worse. We'll keep a close eye. I think it's about 4 days. How long have they got on that that penalty of theirs? 6 days. Okay, now time for me to move. Let's get in there. Straits are considered fording, not disembarking. Thank you. But yeah, I think it was probably a very wise decision to request more knights. Search for a physician, we've already got that. Invite knights. We can't do it for a while because I've already used it. Damn. Okay, I may have to undertake a pilgrimage soon. Right, let's have a watch of this. Okay, let's have a quick gander at all the information we've got to hand. They are being counted by my opponent's bowmen. They'll deal 82% damage due to being counted. I'm getting no particular bonus. But that is actually quite nice. Oh! Wait. Have they only got 100 skirmishers now? No, they've got 500. Okay. Okay, well 496, but it's not too terribly bad for us. Their levies are fairly high. The quality of their troops... I don't actually know how quality affects things. I don't know how that really affects it. But like I understand that the quality is going to affect overall. Quality gauge is the power of an army relative to its number of soldiers. An army that only contains knights and men-at-arms will be of higher quality than the army containing a large number of levies. This means that a smaller army with a high quality will punch well above their weight. Carefully consider both the amount of soldiers and the quality. So we're probably a bit stronger, because of their 500 footmen, they're effectively only getting the benefit of 400 of them due to being countered. Yeah, Triss, I appreciate it. I spent so much time in befriending Abbavrao mother, though. We'll leave it at that, but the fact that what you pointed out is that she was already old, and when she dies, I'm going to gain a heap load of stress. That I'll keep in mind for future, but I'd already invested so much time in it. And I don't know, the role part of me kind of likes the idea that maybe before she dies, Abbavrao and his mother kind of come to an understanding about each other. It took like his entire life from her perspective for them to finally actually become friends. I don't know. It humanizes Abbavrao a little bit in my head, in the role play part of my head. Yes, he's callous. Yes, he's ambitious. Yes, he's vengeful. But he, eventually became friends with his mother. That's got to count for something. He can't just be a complete scallywag. There's got to be a redemption arc in this somewhere. Oh, okay, he's imprisoned my nephew. I disapprove. Our knight has managed to kill one of theirs. Good. So that means they've lost a champion, so they've gone down to decent quality now. It's very nice, but we are losing warriors quickly. They're losing a good number. They're losing... well, okay, yeah, they're losing like 50 to every 10 or 20 we lose. Our knight was wounded. Ooh. Okay, disapprove of that. Okay, still, they're in high quality now because they're losing so many of their levies. We've got 311 of their footmen, so they've lost almost 200 footmen to the 50 we've lost of our bowmen. Very nice. We are going to win this one. There's no particular way that they're going to be able to pull this one out now, but... wounded by an enemy soldier. Hold on, guys. Just don't anyone die, please. Well done. You wounded one of these. Now they're in superior quality because there's so few of them. There are only 80 left. 642 have been routed. 39. There we go. And now we are pursuing. Aftermath phase. Watch this number. Okay, Rodri has been released. Good. Hooray! We win! I think. Or did we lose? Did they just win? Who's retreat? No, it's sometimes it's really hard to work out who's who because the army banner was right underneath my military, and I was like, no, how did that even? How possible? No, I refuse to accept this. But we did just win the Battle of Abbavrao. We gained 20 piety, 40 prestige. No war score because we're not at war. We're going to be continuing to be raided for a while. They lost 315 to our 96. 684 survived. 707 of ours survived. So we went from being the underdogs to being just slightly more than them. None of our knights died. They lost one of theirs, which is good. Mind you, their 2 knights managed to kill 18. Our 7 knights by themselves killed 126 people. Let that sink in. 7 knights killed that many. Dear Lord. That's not far off. 126 is not far off. Each of those knights killed 20 people by themselves. That's kind of bonkers when you think about that. It's not far off 20 kills each. 0 deaths. 0 deaths. 20 KD ratio. Well, actually, no, it's an infinity KD ratio. Until they've got a death, it's not a ratio, really. Just epic winning all the time. Mind you, how long did that fight last, actually? It started on the 11th of July. They were fighting for 4 days. They killed 20 people each over a course of 4 days. So 5 people each day of fighting. Because obviously this wasn't a one massive pitched battle that lasted for 4 days. They would have been, meeting in one battlefield and, breaking away, no clear victor. Each army going back to their camp, maybe sorting some harrying raids, sending out some of the bowmen, start off with some flaming arrows so they start to predict the frequency of the volleys. Then night arrows time, put out all the flaming arrows, douse them in a bucket of water, wait a little bit longer so they think, oh, okay, they've decided to stop raining arrows, and maybe they lower their shields, and then night arrows start raining through the sky. They can't see them coming because it's dark and the arrows aren't lit anymore, and all of a sudden you lay waste to another bunch of hapless levies. All of their champions and their actual lightfoot soldiers, they know what's coming. They're used to war. It's what they train for. They haven't lowered their shield. They're all still alive. All the levies who thought, no, it's fine, I'm going to go back and have my watery broth, which is all I'm getting because I'm just a militiaman. So many dead each night. Aavak praising medieval war crimes. I'm not praising it, I'm just acknowledging its effectiveness. There is a difference between saying doing something is right and doing something is effective. Being a good person is playing life on hard mode, because an awful lot of situations can be more effectively resolved by being a bad person. But our levies managed to kill 98, only lost 69, well done. And our bowmen did some solid work. 23 of their number lost, 82 enemies slain. They lost 152 of their light footmen. That is a blow. Shakal Draconis, I am unhappy that you are correct. Well, this is the way the world is. You just got to... The secret to success in this world is not to be a bad person, but is to accept that the world is a bad world. Hope and strive in every way you can to make the world better, to bring the world that you want and the world that you've got closer to one another until eventually they're the same world. But accept that you're not there yet. Wake up every morning fully cognizant of the world that you have and act according to that world. Don't walk around expecting things to be nice for you because in the perfect world they would be, because you haven't got a perfect world yet. That's just a way to get trodden on by everyone else. Don't be a bad person, but don't expect everyone else to be a good person. Is my hashtag real talk advice for the day. Okay, so that was actually fairly solid. Now, they lost... Okay, they lost... Well, actually, no, one of their more potent knights, actually. And you have been wounded, was wounded in this battle. Now, Cognos and Spitmir have both been wounded. I am going to tell them not to be here anymore. Okay, so I want both of you to head out and get some time, get some downtime. I do not want you dying in this. So, knights, where are you? You are forbidden. And as much as it pains me to lose an 11 prowess, you are also forbidden. I'm sorry. Because that was giving us 1,100 damage. Dear Lord. A bowman does 25 points of damage. Cognos by himself was doing 1,100 points of damage and had 110 toughness. My bowmen have 10. Just wow. Cognos was literally was as durable as 11 bowmen. Anything you could do to a bowman that didn't kill him, shy of killing him, you could do just to Cognos. Anything you could do to 11 of those bowmen without killing them, Cognos could take. That is kind of bonkers. Absolutely bonkers, but also absolutely awesome. Right, I would kind of like this to... I'm going to remove this over there. I'm going to allow you to move around for a little bit. If I were to disband... I can't disband them, but I can raise more. I'm going to allow a little bit of time to pass. Honestly, if you start fighting one of my vassals, I may leave them to it for part of it, but that was pretty good. That was quite a nice fight overall. Nightbot there with the headshot and bow tie. You get that. I will be honest though, bow tie. That link, because I can see what Nightbot just nuked you for. That link looks like staring into the Matrix. You get. That was a very large link. Try to find the actual... Here's just a bit of advice for life. When you're doing a Google image search, right-click on the image and choose Open Image in New Tab, and then grab that link. Don't grab the link directly from Google Image Search, otherwise it's got all of the Google search metadata in there as well. Sorry, you tried to link an image of an actual fire arrowhead. Oh, right, okay. Let me grab this image then. Ah, damn it. There we go. Crusader Kings, stop scrolling all the time. Let me grab this image and I will paste it across. That does actually look pretty cool. Yeah. That is a much coolness. I shall paste this into Twitch chat. Honk. Ha, try and ban me, Nightbot. No, actually don't. One day you will be strong enough. Oh, no worries, Triss. Whenever I catch someone get like nuked by Nightbot for a link, generally I'll check out the link, and if it's fine, I'll just post it myself, or I'll have one of my mods do it. Faction created against you. Now you actually might have enough strength. Yes, you do. I disapprove. I disapprove mightily. Okay. Wow, Nest. What on earth is... What happened to you? And inapathetic, stress has ruined Nest's appetite, causing her to skip meals and waste away. Reclusive, Nest often sequesters herself away and neglects her responsibilities. And irritable, stress has made Nest prone to frequent outbursts and tantrums. And you think she would be better on the front? Well, to be fair, she hasn't tried to kill you yet, so maybe. Maybe. However... I could just straight up denounce, I guess. He'd lose 50 opinion of me. It doesn't matter. It would cost me a lot. I would lose both a lot of renown and a load of prestige. Would I be able to imprison him, though? Is the question. If I denounced him and then imprisoned him... Because at this point, that's a bit of a problem for me. That is a concern. Nest, do you actually have any military power? No, you're unlanded. So it is entirely your military power that's contributing to this. I could crush your military easily enough. Wouldn't be very easy for you to go against me. I may have to take you out, though. It will cost me an awful lot of prestige, which will make me very sad. And will use up an awful lot of my renown. 125. Being distinguished is quite nice. Number of knights is up. Illustrious is the 4th level of fame. The next level is exalted amongst men. I mean, these would be nice to go for. Hey, OFG, it's an otter raid. Hello. Chat is now significantly more beautiful with all of these otters in there. One day there will be ferrets, but for now, we will just have to accept water dogs. It's fine. Hello, raiders. How you all doing? Prepare the tea. Those otters look thirsty. No, don't prepare the coffee. Have you ever seen a mustard on caffeine? You have no idea what you're letting yourselves in for. No idea. Tali once managed to steal a little bit of Lady Shelap's Pepsi. Once. Once. She still schemes to get at any Pepsi she can spy. She still remembers. Oh my lord, she was climbing on the ceiling. It was like watching Hammy from over the hedge. Thank you so much for the raid. Right now, we are trying to work out what to do about my brother, who hates me. He has got a lot of reasons. I did try to kill him before I had control. I'll stress. Abbavrao was trying to murder off his brother. This is just... It's been a source of contention between the two ever since. So... he is now supporting a claim to put someone else on the throne of Wales. I don't want that. I'm not fully using all my knights right now, so I guess I could take the prestige hit. What do you think, chat? Denounce and then imprison? I can probably put him in prison myself. But realistically, even if he did make the demand, I really don't know what he could hope for. I mean, the other thing I could do... Ooh, actually, one other thing I could do is if I increase my military strength by hiring more men-at-arms. Ooh. Most of Wales is hills and plains. And forests. Honestly, bowmen are just good in this. Having light horsemen, the problem for them is that in hills and mountains they struggle. But only a little bit. They're a costly military unit to have, but... First stream in almost 2 years. It's good to be back. Oh, hello, Benta. How's my run going? I mean, it's going okay. We're the King of Wales. We didn't start that way, so that's a big improvement. But since the previous ruler died and all of his sons inherited and his wife inherited and various people inherited parts of Wales, this has just been one long struggle because his heir, Abbavrao, not the nicest person, to be perfectly honest, didn't have many friends. It has been a struggle to keep Wales together. Pikemen and armoured footmen are good in hills. Armoured footmen are not good in anything. But pikemen, yes, they are good in hills. Are they much... Oh, they're a lot more tanky than my my bowmen. That's a good call. Sure, I'm going to grab a pikeman regiment. Now, it's going to take a little bit while we're reinforcing them fully. But this may mean that the faction... Once they're fully reinforced, the faction may not have enough strength to push me here.